Welcome to White Mountains. Today, I'm your host, Wendy Howell. There's a new act in town at the Weathervane Theater, and here to tell us all about it is actress Rihanna Cascio and artistic director Ethan Paulini. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks for having us.
So, tell us about this new presentation.
Yeah, so we opened the latest show in our alternating rep, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, yes, which is a hilarious musical comedy that won the Tony for Best Musical in 2014. It's a wild 2 hours of I play 9 different characters.
Wild for Ethan.
Wild for me,
That's
but
incredible.
wild for us all, I think,
Sure.
a little bit. Yeah.
I have far fewer quick changes
Yeah,
playing
that's
one
true.
person instead of 9.
Oh goodness, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great. It's a musical comedy, murder mystery, but very tongue-in-cheek and very playful, very much kind of a romp. I play everything from, a young teenage boy to an old 75-year-old socialite. So, in my gray wig and my, beautiful dress. So it's a good time. It's a good time.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
And so when is this going to be, is this happening now, and how long is it going to be running through for the summer?
Yeah. Rihanna,
When is Gentleman's Guide ending? Well, on top of Gentleman's Guide, we have other shows that are yet to open. We're working on Jesus Christ Superstar right now, which will be opening soon. And then we also have Blood Brothers, which is it's a classic. It's the third longest running show that was on the West End in London. So we have that to look forward to. We have Chorus Line. I'm sure many people are familiar with Chorus Line. What else do we have?
we have intimate apparel. We have. And again, this is to go back to the original question. Gentleman's Guide runs in rep with all of those shows.
Okay.
So we did Gentleman's Guide last night. We will do it again twice on Saturday. But between now and Saturday, there'll be 2 performances of Eurydice today and 1 performance of The Marvelous Wonderettes, which Rihanna is also in tomorrow. So we keep
are so busy.
So the question, when does Gentleman's Guide happen? All the time.
All the time. All the
in
time.
conjunction with all those other wonderful shows that Rihanna mentioned.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. You must be exhausted
In the best way.
in the best way.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. You seem to really enjoy everything that you're doing.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't love it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you can get tickets. You can go online to see a calendar of all of these wonderful shows at weathervanenewhampshire.org. Mm-hmm. You can buy tickets by phone, 603-837-9322.
Yep, you can stop by the box office. We're open every morning, every day.
Every day. That's
lots of different
so
ways to get tickets.
exciting. Is there anything else that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I think that Rihanna did such a great job of spelling out all of the different shows that we have, and that's kind of the hallmark of visiting the Weathervane, is that you can see one show one night and come back the next day for a totally different experience. My dad is not a theater person, and whenever he comes up, he'll see a show one night and a different show the next night, and his big thing is that he walks in and he's like, I can't believe I'm in the same theater. So
Isn't that amazing?
it's kind of fun.
Thanks to our tech and crew, it's so hardworking. They're changing over sets overnight to do a different show the next day.
And also for us as actors, I think that the fun part is, yes, I get to play all these fun roles in Gentleman's Guide that's very silly, but then in Class Act, I get to play Ed Kleban, who wrote A Chorus Line. That's why they're programmed in the same season. And so there's that real challenge too of maybe you can speak to some of the different roles you have to play, because they kind of are all over the place as well.
Which is much easier than them being very similar. I won't mess up by singing a song from another show while I'm doing a different show. And it's so much fun being able to stretch your comfort zone and step out of it and be someone different every night.
Yeah.
Right. That's fantastic.
It's like being a kid and playing pretend, but getting paid for it.
Make believe. Do you find that you have a hard time transitioning from one to the next? If you're doing one show in the morning, different show in the evening, do you have a hard time transitioning at all?
I Oh my goodness. Well, thankfully we never have to do different shows in one day, but in terms of flipping shows from one night to the next, no. It's that thing of the characters are very different, and also the set's very different, and so you're basically stepping into a different world every time you step into the theater. It's like being the audience member and like you were saying, you can come a different night and it's a completely different space. It's like, oh, is it the same theater?
That's
same for actors.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I think for me, the one challenge is we'll rehearse all day. So like, for instance, today, or yesterday is a good example where everyone was in the rehearsal hall working on Jesus Christ Superstar that opens in about 10 days or so. And you have to focus on that and you have to learn it and get all of this new information. And then you get an hour to get something to eat or rest for a moment. And then you have to completely just turn on a different part of your brain and say, now I have to access a show that supposedly I already know.
Right.
And I have to sort of forget the new information. So I think that, and I will also say that for me, there's a difference between like the parts of my brain I use when learning a show in a rehearsal versus performing it, you know. So it's not only shifting gears from the style of the shows, which Jesus Christ Superstar is very different from Gentleman's Guide. It's also the I'm learning this one and I'm performing this one.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting to be able to access that information that you've stowed away.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Please.
And sometimes you're like, I haven't done this show in a week. What do I remember it? Yeah. So,
hope I don't mess up.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
It's fun though.
A Gentleman's Guide. Is this a family friendly?
Yeah, for the most
show?
part. I mean, it's definitely there's certainly nothing objectionable to it. It's just very smart humor. It's very British. So we've had lots of families come. I would say 10 and up is good, just merely for the fact that it's about the attention span. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. That includes a 15-minute intermission. So, especially if you're young person is interested in theater, it's definitely lots to see because there's beautiful projections and it's great costumes and very fast-paced. And we also do have, because we have so much going on all the time, we also have our patchwork players that are geared specifically towards family audiences on Friday mornings in our outdoor theater.
Okay.
So
that's fantastic.
They did Where the Wild Things Are earlier this season. They're doing a great pop music show called Pop Jams right now. And so, that's really the goal for us, is to have a little bit of something for everyone, to make sure that whatever your interests are, we hope that you want to take the chance and be interested in all that we do, but in the event that you say, this is what I know I like and that's what I have the time and the resources to experience, then I'm going to go for that. So it's a great place. We're proud of it.
Wonderful. It sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
I can't wait to visit, and I can't wait to see this show. A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder is always playing right now, and keep it going right through August 27th.
Correct.
Okay.
Check
wonderful.
the schedule on the website.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Have
Thanks
a
for having us.
wonderful, wonderful summer.
Thanks.
Thank you.